Insurance agents and financial advisors, are you looking for ways to generate leads for your financial services or insurance products? Well, I've got an amazing interview for you today. By the end of this interview, you're going to learn a powerful way to turn your passion or your hobbies into an amazing way to generate authority, branding, preeminence, and yes, even leads. Hi, my name's Jeremiah Demray. I'm a #1 best-selling author, founder of Advisorist, and 23-time award-winning financial and insurance marketer. I'm also a dog lover, and I love to travel the world giving back. Now, this video interview that I did comes from a very successful financial advisor on the West Coast. I had the opportunity to sit down with Rose, and you can tell by the way she looks, she is a very dynamic, bubbly, and vivacious person. And what she's done is turn her passion into a really cool and fun way to generate leads for her financial services practice, which is absolutely exploding. Check it out. Hi, it's Jeremiah Demray here, #1 best-selling author, and I'm here with Rose Macias, somebody who was tearing it up in financial services as part of Team Virtuity. So I'm shooting this quick video because she just told me about an incredible way that she's using positioning, authority, and also taking something she's passionate about and creating a brand around, in fact, a summit and a movement that's driving qualified prospects and high-level prospects straight to her door. So Rose, you came up with an idea a while back. Tell us the idea that you came up with to bring your ideal market into one place at one time.
Okay, well, first of all, you know what our wealth bowls are like, and our company does these awesome events that are 3 days long. And sometimes I always felt like our weekly meetings or gatherings we would do for the community didn't really hit home like these big events. So I invented what is called the Women's Entrepreneur Summit, sponsored by World Financial Group. And the reason why is because I felt like there's a lot of women's events in LA right now, and it's a lot of like, hoorah, chase your dreams, get motivated, yeah. And then we walk out the door and we're like, okay, where do I go? Who do I go to? Who do I trust for financial advice? Who do I trust for tax advice? Who do I trust for how much capital do I have? Like, is this gonna work? How do I, my loans, things like that when it comes to having a business. You know, most women right now are getting opportunity for business, but we're failing. Right? And you know, businesses fail in general, but let alone, you know, us finally getting opportunities. So I thought, why not gather a bunch of women entrepreneurs, share what the qualities that we have in our businesses, talk about where our strengths and our weaknesses are, and then also give them an opportunity to not only have a motivational speaker first, so from whatever category we choose, like our next event is fashion and finance, and you'll hear one of my specialists talk all about it right now. Our fashion and finance event, so for instance, we're gonna have someone in the industry who motivates people in that industry to be good in that industry. So we'll have a motivational speaker in the beginning, and then we're gonna have a panel of women and for instance, we have Mr. Michael Moore coming in. He's a famous photographer, so he has a lot to do with fashion. So even though you might not be a woman, you might love your mom, your auntie, your sister, your daughter. So it's also a movement for anybody that, you know, really respects the woman qualities. So imagine a panel of people who have been there, done that, failed at it, and are now successful and have businesses that are running. You know, for instance, a lot of our panel members have businesses with no overhead, no inventory, no payroll, and somehow they've designed amazing businesses with this residual passive income. I'm like, come on my panel and share it. Tell the world, these girls, how you're doing it.
So what I love about what you did is you know that you want to go after women. That's your market, and you know that if you go after them just with hey, can I be your financial advisor? That's like a big wall goes up.
Yeah,
so, you know, what I love about Rose is doing is she's taking something she's passionate about, entrepreneurship, empowering women, targeted one category. She's not trying to be all things to everybody, but she's targeted one group. And then you put on this event. Let's talk about the results. How many people came?
Well, you know, the first one we had to go to about 100, and the second one we doubled. We doubled the second one. So the third one, we're already looking for new locations because we didn't fit in our little spot that we have.
Yeah.
So especially being with finance and with the production company that's helping us, we're gonna have a runway and things like that to really open up, you know, what a lady can look like in the professional world. You know, a traditional woman in a suit, you know, they're not that cute, and it doesn't make us feel, I don't know, a woman in a dorky suit doesn't make me feel empowered. You know, I have, you know, I want to be able to express that, you know, I'm young and I'm free, and obviously I have a personality. I mean, look at my hair, it's a good conversation starter. Talk about prospecting tool.
Yeah.
And people come up and touch it, and you're like, okay. Like,
yeah, I mean, you definitely have your own style. It's very lovely, and you're being yourself, right? You're not trying to fit into the mold of what the typical advisor is. So just a couple of tactical questions. How did you put 200 people in a room? What method did you use to bring people there?
Well, social media, of course.
So posting to Facebook?
So we made a video. We made an awesome video that led from the first Women's Entrepreneur Summit that we actually got an award from the mayor of Ontario.
Awesome.
They didn't even know what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even start yet. And we already got an award that said, thank you for having a women's summit in the community. It's so like the first ever. So I'm like, man, we haven't even started yet. We're already getting an award.
Yeah.
Right? And then the next round, we had Tony and Karen Hale, who are an amazing power couple that, she came from Turkey and she was a Muslim or a Christian in a Muslim country. So, just that alone is tough mental toughness. And then coming to the States, she has a health and wellness company with her husband. So I had her speak first, but afterwards he's like, Rose, we want to take this on our tour. We want to make this part of it, and I know somebody who could drop $5 million on this right now. And I'm like, hold it. Like, let me get big. Let's just wait 1 second. Cause it's literally like, when you're about to wave, you know, and I know there's so many other women that we have to be part of. I don't want this is not just me. I don't represent the United States. There's so many other women that can be part of this. So that's what I'm really looking for.
So what would you say were the results for your business, right? So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So I'm all about like how the community is getting a raise from it. Business results. I mean, the person, for instance, that's helping me with the financial fashion panel now. She actually was at the last women's event, and she was in real estate and kind of going through this transition of I don't want to be an employee. I want to own my own business, but I want to be around good people. And she's a very strong woman of faith. She saw a little bit of that at the women's event. Just not that we talk about religion, but just a faith factor. Yeah. And she was really empowered by that to the point where not only did she become a client, but now she's a business partner and she's now producing more clients for us, right? So my real goal is to build distribution, right? Not just help one person that comes through the doors, but their friends, their families. And the best part about this event is it's not a selling event, right? It gets them to come back multiple times. They bring multiple friends. And then what we do is we give them a call to action in the end. If you want marketing, talk to Miss Dominique Pacheco, who's had years and years of marketing, right? You saw her getting awards.
Great story.
Amazing.
Worked with Steve Jobs, right? So if you want Dominique's marketing advice, go here. If you want Sharon's Griffin's tax advice and LLC, all that corporation talk that it's not my specialty, I'm literally giving them my angels. I'm saying, here are my women angels that I go through for all my businesses. I have a successful business where, I don't pay that much in taxes because I do a lot of tax write-offs. So, we really understand how to run a business here and not have a lot of overhead and still take a lot net take home. I think a lot of people, I grow so much, but what's your net take home? What are you really taking home? Don't lie to yourself. And it's awesome to be able to say that I take home 90% of my growth. So here's the takeaways from what I got from Rose is, number one, identify your niche. If you're trying to be all things to all people, you will be nothing to everybody. Number two, identify something that you're passionate about that you can create a tribe around, right? In your case, it's women entrepreneurship, and then it's going to be women in fashion and women in finance.
And it directly goes toward entrepreneurship.
Absolutely, right. So you build something that supports your core vision.
Right.
And then number three, get power partners involved, right? So the pressure's not on you. You went out and found great people who are good at what they do, and then you brought them as part of this environment, and you use that to fuel your business.
Right.
Rose, you're a rock star.
Thank you.
Bam. So there you have it. That's exactly how to turn your passion or your side hobby into a very lucrative way to generate leads for your insurance or financial services practice. What was your aha moment or your breakthrough? I would love to see it below. And of course, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them below. I personally review every one, and I would love to help you out personally. If you like this video and you don't want to miss any more updates, tips, tricks, or strategies to put your insurance or financial services business into growth mode, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. And of course, everyone appreciates sharing and receiving valuable content. So if this was valuable for you, go ahead and share it with someone you care about. On behalf of the whole Advisorist team here, thanks so much for checking out this video. Oh, and by the way, almost forgot, if you're looking for different ways to generate qualified prospects top of funnel into your insurance or financial services practice, go ahead and check the description below. I've put a link to one of our most powerful masterclasses that you can attend free of charge that will walk you through practical and tactical 3-step systems in order to generate qualified prospects on your calendar. Thanks so much for checking this video out, and I'll see you maybe on the masterclass. All right, bye for now.